Hello and welcome back, guys. It's MinecraftRedstonerds back in another video. And today we're back with the third episode, and this is going to be the exciting episode in which we are going to go over adders in which you can add in. So first I want to go over the half adder, which is really good to know before you try to figure out what the full adder is. These are actually ripple carry adder designs, and what you'll learn about and why you'll learn about they're called like that later, I guess. So right now I want to show you this. So right here you have the almost standard XOR gate, except for the fact that this is almost the same as this, except we're also taking an output. So we're powering this down, and taking an output from the middle torch over here. So basically, for example, 1A would be the number on top. Right over here, this would be A. This number would be A over here. Once I finish filling this in, this would be A, and this number down here would be B. And then the output, this output would be would just be output D. The reason it's not C is because C is the carry out / carry in. So I'll teach you about the carry out right after we get past this. So if we flip the top number on, 1 plus 0 is equal to 1. Now 0 plus 1 is equal to 1. I apologize for that. That's a little Minecraft glitch in rendering. That won't happen to you. Anyway, so that'll light up, and now you can see that it's still 1. However, 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, so it no longer fits into this digit. So what we have now is 2, or as you would call it, carry out, because it will be in the next place value. As you know, they double from 1 is the first place value, then 2 is the next, 4 is the next, as you should know in our binary video, I believe. So this is just the basic concept for an adder. So right here I have 2 adders combined. These 2 adders make up 2 bits of adders, allowing you to add up to 7, I mean, and your carry-in would actually be right here. Now this may be a little more complicated to explain, so I will try my best to do it. So this may be a little confusing. This is not all in the same row. A and the A are on top, and the B and the B are on the bottom that you would add. So A and 1, 1 would line up, 2, 2 line up, but up and down. So let's make it simple. So A, as you know, it still gives the regular output. 1 plus 0 is still regular output. 0 plus 1 is still the same output. However, once we go to 2, you can see that this AND gate activates up, and we can slide. The digit goes into the next place value over here. As you can see, it's going into the XOR gate found in the next place value to activate the 2, which means 1 plus 1 equals 2. Now the same thing with over here. So 2 plus 0 is 2, as you can see on the sign. And 0 plus 2 is equal to 2. Now we can just, if we flip both levers down, 2A and 2B, it'll carry over into 4. As you can see, it just goes over, and because we don't have another bit, we can just run the line straight into here without an extra bit of adders. So that's nice and dandy. And as you know, this will not affect that because nothing is being carried over. However, if we flip this lever, it'll have to carry over to here, just like that. So now it's carried over, and we got both of those lit up. And as you know, the carry in is right over here, which you can power from here as well. It'll just light that up because it's the final piece of the XOR gate. So something else I would like to show you is, for example, if you have 2 from this, another reason why you would need an XOR gate is on and you would need an OR gate over here because you would need to take an output from the second XOR as well. As you can see right here, if you flip one of the levers, it'll go right over to there because you're getting two inputs from here, which is equal to one input in here. Then you get another input in here, which is equal to two of these, making one of these. As you can see, it's two. You can see the 2 1 2 1 pattern, which is why the doubling is important in the place values. This makes it extremely easy to count in binary for computers. So right now, I'll give off a little tutorial on how to build this. It may actually make it easier for you to understand. So I'll just build a single bit unit. So you can start off with your regular XOR gate. I'm going to decide to label this back here with 1A and 1B. So we can go ahead like this, just like this. Finish placing these up like you usually do. And then making sure you can place this block up here and making sure that this powers both these lines. It's still an XOR gate that functions regularly. Not like an adder yet, or even a half adder, but as you can see, it functions properly. Just like that. It's easily seen that it functions properly. I just want to make sure that everybody understands. I know it may be a little slow paced for some people, but I want to really show everybody. If anything, you can probably speed up the video by a little bit. So right now, we don't need to take an output from this side, but we can take an output from back side. So what we do is just place down everything, and this is your redstone output. I won't really need to extend it, so I'll just keep it at that. And now I can take another output of here. This is actually an AND gate, as both of these torches are powering a block. And this redstone is being powered. This redstone is powering this block, which is powering this torch. And yeah, so this is one single unit. There we go. In fact, if you use rolled edit, it can actually be stacked. For example, I'm going to build the exact same design right over here. I'll build the exact same design right over here. And what you're going to notice is that it fits right in without crossing over in the design. So once I place down my torches, I think you'll notice how close it is, and then again, it will fit. So as you can see here, it's actually one block away. So the redstone would actually, as you can see here, you'd have to continue it. So you'd continue it by one block, and then you can see it goes down by one block into the next design. This would actually come from another bit, but can be used as a carry-in as well. Just make sure you don't strongly power this with a repeater or so here, but you can if over here, because it powers the redstone and not the block, which would power this. So you can power up here, or you can power down here, as long as you don't power this line back here. So now we can take an output out of here, and you can see that the redstone crosses over, but we just block that off and block this off right over here, so you can take a piece of redstone over there. Then you can finish up your adder just like that, just like before. Then you put your second AND gate over here and you got extra ores ready. Then we can just take this line out like this, and so now you've just reconstructed this. It's the same thing, and it was extremely easy to build. Of course, this is not the only design you can build this with, and actually there are tons of designs you can use. Many that are very different to this, and I may go over in the future, but this is just supposed to be a simple build. Let's build an ALU. So right now, I'm going to convert this adder into an ALU. I apologize, not into an ALU, into a subtractor. So the easiest way you could probably do this is actually a really simple way as well. So I'm gonna introduce you to one of my favorites, one of my favorite XOR gates, which is actually a one wide XOR gate, which is extremely useful in lots of cases. So right over here, this is the one wide XOR gate. So it has these two inputs. So this is regular power, except, so now let's say both inputs are, one second, I built this incorrectly. So it's actually supposed to go up one block, then down one block, like that. Now it should work fine once we move the piston over. I apologize for that. I haven't actually built this in a little while. So now that we've done that, you can see that this will power, but if you do that, both are flipped. Nope, only one is flipped, power, only the other is flipped, power, cut off. So it's a simple one and extremely compact, extremely useful. So I use it a ton. So right after I build it 4 times right over here, I'll be right back. And we're back, guys. So now I've got all 4 of these complete. And as you can see, it's all stayed the same except for these. So now what we have to remember is that these are our 1B inputs and these are our A inputs. So I want to label them to make sure that everybody understands, and myself, is just really nice and easy to see. Now here comes a little fun. So I just take a slab of some sorts, and now we're gonna, as this is subtraction, what we're gonna want to do is invert the B, which is right over here. So that means that we'll be subtracting B from A, or A minus B. So this is B, so we want to power this, but we don't want to power the A, so we'll put a slab over there. If you didn't know, redstone does not power slabs, meaning it will not power this piston over here. So we just take 2 more blocks over here, and that's really it. You could extend it to here with another slab, but there's really no point. So now we can just put a lever here that says subtract. Now something else we want to do, this is what the carry-in is useful for. We want to take a simple output from here, input, and drag it over. What we're doing here is a little method made by a guy in real life, not Minecraft. It's I forgot exactly which algorithm it is. Right after I show you that this does work, I'll find the name for you guys. So, but for now I want to show you that this does work. So right now we can add regularly. For example, this is 1 plus 1 plus 2, which is, it's 3b plus 1a, which is equal to 4, of course. 4 is 4 to 1, so this is 4. Of course, this is 4. Yeah, I just said 4 way too many times, didn't I? So now A, let's say we do. Now let's do some subtraction. So right now, what we have here is 3a minus 2b. However, let's change that into 3a minus 2b. And as you notice, we actually have 5. The reason for this, well, this is actually 1. If you are subtracting, if subtracting on equals positive, off equals negative. That's right. If you're subtracting, the output, the carryout means on. If it's on, that means that the number is positive, so this is positive 1. And if it's off, that means it's negative. So let's say we input a negative number. Well, actually, first let me show you that this does work even with even without number to. So this is actually 1 minus 0, and it's still. Wait, what? I apologize. 1 second. Okay. Oh, yep. Yeah, that was a good answer. 1 minus 0 is equal to 1. I apologize for that. And as you can see as well, 3 minus 0 is still equal to 3. And 2 minus 0 is still equal to 2. So now I would like to show you that you can get negative numbers out of this. And to show an example, this is 0 minus 3, which is negative 3, of course. And for some reason, you get this 1. Now, something that you may be confused about is why is this happening? Well, the thing is, this is not a signed number, which is, I don't know why it's called signed, but it just is by computers. Anyway, as you know, first we inverted the number, and then we added 1. So the way we fix this number is, because this is a negative, we don't count this line. So we'll invert this. So once we invert it, it becomes 1, 0. Then we add 1, and it's 1, 1. This is negative 1, 1. So that's negative 3. It's a little confusing, but in the in the episode after the next, where we'll be doing aesthetical things, I'll probably show how to make signed numbers. So that's really it in there. And this does work with other numbers. You could subtract as well. As you can see, you get 2. You switch that up. You switch it up. That's 1, and then add 1. That's 2. Negative 2. Of course, it works. 1 minus 3. So, right after I get back to you, I'll tell you what the name of this operation of inverting b and adding 1 is, and then it's really time to end the episode. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, guys, and what I found out is that this is actually called 2's complement, in which you're adding a negative. You're not subtracting, but you're actually adding a negative number to make it look like you're subtracting. So it works just as well. It's actually the same thing. Well, almost the same thing, if you're not a mathematician, I guess. So that's really it. In the next episode, we'll actually be making an ALU out of this little piece of redstone. So in the next, so I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you like the video, please leave a like, share the video, and subscribe.